10 Amazing Reasons Why the Egypt Pyramids Terrify Scientists. In addition to being historical marvels, the Egyptian pyramids are riddles that defy explanation. Constructed with incredible accuracy, they defy history and confound science. Here are 10 startling explanations for why specialists are still troubled by these structures today. Number 10. Each brick weighs from 2 to 50 tons. Consider how much it would cost to deliver 2 to 50 tons of any kind of commodity now. Regardless of what you're carrying, it would very likely be a ridiculous quantity. Even with all of the modern technical improvements that make such tasks much simpler than they were in the past, 5,000 years ago, 2.5 million of these blocks weighing up to 50 tons were being carried over 12 years. And that only applies to the Great Pyramid. Although 12 years is undoubtedly a lengthy period for a construction project nowadays, scholars find it astounding and perplexing that the ancient Egyptians were able to construct anything of this magnitude without any assistance from contemporary technology at the time these pyramids were constructed. Perhaps our culture hasn't progressed all that much after all. Number 9. The pyramids aren't even close to how they originally looked. The fact that a large portion of the pyramid's original exterior has been lost to time due to natural decay, natural calamities, or looting makes scientists, historians, and archaeologists sadder than afraid. Although the original building, which is likely the most significant component, has withstood the test of time, the amazing detail on these structures, which served as the pharaoh's final touches on this monument, has not. The pyramids were composed of the enormous slabs of limestone that we see today, but a layer of a little rarer white limestone covered everything. When the pyramids were constructed, the white limestone was thought to be their major appeal because it would sparkle in the desert like a diamond any time the sun shone on it. We might never be able to see the pyramids the way they were intended to be seen because there are no plans to replace the white limestone. Number 8. They were able to survive. Without scientific technology, we've already talked about how incredible it is that these pyramids were constructed so long ago on a scale that wouldn't be seen for thousands of years. We've also talked about how the original structure held up over time. However, the fact that these pyramids are still standing today is completely absurd, so that's not simply a casual remark. The Great Pyramids of Giza are the sole surviving constructions of the 7 wonders of the world, even though they are older than the other 6 wonders. Even other pyramids that have been discovered all over the world have not withstood the test of time, and are typically either too small or partially damaged to be compared to the Egyptian ones. Scientists are still baffled by the subject of how these pyramids were preserved. Number 7. The Pyramid of Khafra is not the tallest. Only a few hundred years ago, this truth was much less commonly understood. You can notice that Khafra, the pyramid in the middle that appears larger and higher than the others, towers over the others if you've seen any images of all the pyramids combined. Even if it towers over others, this is just because it was built higher up than the others. Originally standing at 143 meters, the Pyramid of Khafre is now only around 136 meters tall. Although it was initially around 146 meters high, the Pyramid of Khufu, which stands next to it, is taller from the ground up at 138.5 meters. With some of the white limestone still visible, the Khafre Pyramid continues to be the pyramid in the best condition. Number 6. The Granite Coffer. Inside the Pyramid. Historians and scientists have taught us a lot about the Great Pyramids, but this is by no means one of them. Although the fact that a granite coffin was found inside one of the pyramids isn't very noteworthy, given how magnificent the pyramids are, there is one particularly noteworthy aspect of the granite coffin. It is excessively large. Simply put, the granite coffer is too large to fit in the space it occupies. Unless the room was truly constructed around this, It could not have entered without causing damage to the entry or the coffer itself. Despite their best efforts, scientists have never been able to find answers. Number 5. The various theories about their origin. Although you've undoubtedly heard some of these beliefs before, many people have developed their hypotheses regarding the origins and creation of the Egyptian pyramids due to their mysterious and ambiguous past. Some people think that extraterrestrial assistance may have been involved in the construction of the pyramids because they were built when it would have been impossible to construct something of this size. They also think the pyramids may serve as a base for future or past extraterrestrial landings. Naturally, even in the case of something as improbable as this, scientists will never rule out everything. We might never fully understand the history of these amazing constructions. Number 4. The temperature inside the pyramids. In the 21st century, we all take air conditioning for granted, yet in ancient Egypt, such comforts were non-existent. The Great Pyramids of Giza all have interior temperatures of around 20 degrees Celsius, never rising over that despite lacking electricity or air cooling devices. The fact that ancient Egyptian engineers were astute enough to build something that self-regulates the temperature is an amazing achievement in and of itself, especially considering that temperatures in the desert may reach as high as 50 degrees Celsius. Number 3. It was built without slaves. A prevalent misunderstanding regarding the pyramids is that they were most likely constructed by enslaved people who were compelled to carry bulky chunks of limestone on their backs. However, more recent research has shown that hypothesis to be untrue, even though ancient Greek historians typically promoted it. The living conditions of the workers revealed that they led very opulent lives, usually chosen by hand from the greatest laborers in the empire. They lived with their families, if any, and farmed their food in neighboring cities and communities. Additionally, working conditions weren't all that horrible. It was recently discovered that the ancient Egyptians had access to stairs, ramps, and post holes that would enable them to move these big blocks, albeit with a lot of help. Number 2. They're not the only pyramids in the region. One of the most famous architectural structures in human history is the Great Pyramids of Giza. Even though they are enormous, there are many other pyramids in the area. Egypt isn't even the nation with the most pyramids in the world. More than 220 pyramids may be found in Sudan, the former epicenter of the Nubian civilization, more than any other place on Earth. Number 1. It was the tallest building on Earth for thousands of years. The Great Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Khufu Pyramid, was constructed in 2500 BC. The Tower of Lincoln Cathedral in England did not surpass its height until approximately 1300 AD. Only in the 20th century, with the Singer Building in Manhattan, were we able to construct a skyscraper that was taller than the previous one. These were the 10 incredible reasons why scientists were afraid of the pyramids in Egypt. For more videos like these, please subscribe to our channel and give a like if you liked this one.